quick picks for the week. Alec, how did our picks go this week? Week 11.
You got me by one, I believe. I think
even though I'm on like a 3-game win streak right now, my picks are looking right. I'm on the board right now. I'm up.
I think so. I think it was. Yeah, you had 10-4. I was 9-5. So
we're tied up. Tied up yet again going into week 12. We're like 5-5-1. I think that makes us so excited to see how things go for Thanksgiving. A lot of good games coming up this weekend. Thursday, the day of Thanksgiving. Also, they have a new game on Black Friday as well that we'll discuss. I'm looking forward to all of that. You guys can pick in the comments. You guys think we'll get more picks right as things go along and all of that. We'll add some fun things in as we go along with it all, and looking forward to how this thing plays out. So, NFL Week 12 quick picks. Let's jump into it. First off, Thanksgiving, kicking it off with the Lions as always. Lions and Packers, which should be a real fun game. Alec, how you have that one playing out on Thursday morning?
Yeah, I got the Lions winning this. I'm not fooled by the Packers win over the Chargers. The Lions are really clicking right now. Still got to address some issues on defense, but their best record to start off the season since like the 60s. I think they're 8-2, I believe, or 7-2, one of those. But I think the Lions are rolling and will continue to roll over this Packers team.
We're back on the train. They didn't believe, but Goff did. Rolling with the Lions as well. Jahmyr Gibbs as well, someone who's been emerging for the Lions for the past couple of weeks, finally getting more touches as they're finally unleashing him. They said early on in the year that they were going to go slow with him and not going to force it early on because they wanted to make sure he was more so ready for this time of year. And he's now really getting going. The last few weeks he's been sensational. I think now he really gets to have his moment in front of the world on Thursday versus the Packers there. So we're expecting a big game from him. Definitely rolling with the Lions in that. Moving on from there, the Cowboys versus the Commanders should be a fun one as well. Do the Commanders, can they bounce back from the Giants loss, or do you think it's going to be more of the same versus the Cowboys?
Nah, I think Dak carves them up. One thing that's been odd about the Cowboys is Tony Pollard, the run game. Like, he just hasn't really got it going in that lead back role for them.
I told you during the trade deadline they were looking at Derrick Henry as a trade option, and they didn't put it on it. So they saw it early on and were trying to fix it. They didn't go and get Zeke as people have rumored about. He's still trying to find his way on the pitch and all that kind of stuff. But the running back room had been a question mark for them for whatever reason, and we're trying to see why. And we'll see if they can fix it this week and beyond.
Yeah, the couple guys behind him, like I think Rico Dowdle is his name, and Deuce Vaughn have been solid in spots. But they haven't got the production from Pollard that I think we all expected with him taking over that role. But I think the passing game is going to carve up the Commanders. So I'm going to go with the Cowboys here.
Very much so. I'll get to your point again. When it was Zeke and Tony, we saw that it was kind of a fire and ice kind of thing, like Zeke packed the punch, and then what's his name? Why am I blanking? Pollard would come and dance and all that kind of stuff. I'm thinking too much at once. But Pollard would come in and do his thing and move around, was more versatile, kissing the ball and all of that. And then he emerged as the clear lead back for that squad, and they roll with him as they have so far. And he's one of the guys they had to back him up now instead of bringing other guys in that pack the punch like Zeke did to counterbalance what he does. They now brought in other versatile guys. Dowdle, I believe, also is a similar versatile back. Deuce Vaughn is not a power guy at all, respectfully. Kind of a smaller guy who kind of maneuvers through the defense and all of that. So, they need somebody that was over that could pack a punch for them and can maintain that interior run game and all of that as they like to take advantage of the great lineup they have there. So, we'll see what they do to fix that. And hopefully Pollard can get rolling against the Commanders there. I'm rolling with you with the Cowboys in that pick as well. So, good stuff there. And the last game on Thursday, Niners at Seahawks. How you have that playing out Thursday night?
Definitely Niners. They're back to best team in the NFC to me.
Yeah, no time to play around with them. So, they'll be rolling with them in that one. But salute to Gino there. I know he's been somewhat of a down year again, but just still supporting him what he's doing in Seattle. I'm excited to see how that game plays out. I believe last year it was a close game with them still. The Niners were a dominant squad, and the Seahawks came in almost caught them. But
baseball matchup.
I think it'll be a similar result. It'll be a good game for us on Thursday night, but the Niners will hold on and get the job done there. So fun things on that front. Now going on to Friday, our first Black Friday game. I believe they just implemented this game. Dolphins at Jets. What we say his name was? Who's the QB again? Nick Boyle, Tim Boyle, whatever his name is.
I think Tim Boyle, but Boyle.
Can whoever is the Jets QB do something versus this Dolphins squad who look great at times, played down at times? What do we think is going to happen on Friday?
I think coming off the bye, they look solid, especially defensively. Jalen Ramsey with those 2 interceptions. He's kind of been all over the field, looking more like his prime self than he was. He was getting some washed allegations at a point last year with
Right,
the Rams.
right.
So, but with his addition to the defense, they've looked better. And yeah, I don't think the offense of the Jets is going to be able to put up too much beyond Brees Hall.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins here.
For fantasy purposes, I need the Dolphins to eat. Go ahead and feed Tyreek, feed Raheem. Let them boys keep rolling. I think Devon Achane is out again because he re-injured
I'll
his
say
knee.
I think they'll be limited a
on.
bit. I think they'll be limited a bit because the Jets defense is good.
Sure, but again, I need them to eat some kind of way. So figure it out. Make it happen. Feed them boys. Rolling with the Dolphins in that. Tua got the cornrows going now and got the do-rag on the sidelines. So he's in a different mode right now. Hopefully he continues
said
to.
He was looking like Drake.
Yeah, in his break era right now. So we'll see if he can really elevate this week. And looking forward to what's on the way there. So Dolphins for sure there. Moving on to Sunday games, still another good slate of stuff going on there. The Bucs versus the Colts. Colts just released Darius Leonard on the defensive side, which surprised many folks. But they still are a respectable squad. How you have that going in Indianapolis on Sunday morning?
I think I'm gonna go with the Bucs. Been sliding a bit, but I think I'm gonna go with the Bucs here.
The Bucs have been sliding. Jonathan Taylor's trying to get things rolling again in that Colts backfield. They just let go of Darius Leonard, which seemed like it's a big move, but there were reasons to it. I believe they weren't happy with his play, or whatever reason. I don't want to spread rumors, but from what I saw from afar, I believe that was the case. I'm going to take a chance to go with the Colts still. Not just to be different, but I think the Colts do have enough still versus the Bucs squad that is not separated as we thought they would early on the season, that the Colts can still catch them and get the job done there. So going with the Colts in that one. From there, Pats and Giants, how you have that playing out?
I don't know exactly what Tommy DeVito is going to show us.
I'm going with Tommy again. Go ahead, Tommy. Keep cooking. Keep cooking, youngin. You
just want to keep doing Tommy every single time. That's the only reason why you're picking the Giants. But I'll go with the Pats just because I don't have a lean either way, really. I'll go with the Pats.
Let's go with Tommy. Yeah. Rolling with Tom for sure. Going on from there, Steelers and Bengals. Steelers have come back to earth. That seems a little bit just fired Matt Canada. Had at this point in the game last week, I believe, and the Bengals on the flip side don't have Burrow anymore. So it could be a nasty game, divisional matchup. How you have this one playing out?
Yeah, that could have been one of our three truths that the Bengal season is effectively over.
I think everybody knows at this point, though.
Yeah,
so
with Burrow out, but yeah, it's rough. I mean, Browning, he's a backup for a reason. Like he's respectable. Like former Washington QB, like he's decent, but you're not going to get nearly what you got with Burrow.
Right.
It's a good Steelers defense. It's a decent Bengals defense. Divisional matchup is tough. It's not like Pickett is like this great quarterback either.
He's not, man. This is not good. I'm saying they're not good, bro. It's not good. It's so annoying.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals, but it's a toss-up to me.
See, they're not good. But I'm gonna pick them again just because I don't trust Browning, whoever the backup is for the Bengals there. The Steelers just let go of Matt Canada. They're trying to open up the offense more, it seems, finally. So we'll see if they can do that this week versus the Bengals squad, who lost their core there with Burrow going down as he did there. So going with the Steelers, I guess. Sadly, going on from there, Panthers at Titans. How you have that playing out?
Two not very good teams. I'll say that the Titans get back on track. I don't know if that means they'll string wins together, but I think they get a win in this game against the Panthers.
Another decent Levis performance coming up, I think, with the Panthers squad, who has not been impressive so far. I think Levis and Hopkins can get the ball rolling again, or if they can finally get Derrick Henry reactivated, as he has been down the last couple of weeks, I believe. So not hurt, but just hasn't been up to par recently. So we'll see if we can get him rolling with the Panthers squad, who is just finding his way right now. So we'll see how that plays out. Going from there, Jaguars and Texans is going to be a shootout. Actually, that's going to be a fun one. How you have that playing out on Sunday in Houston?
Yeah, that should be a fun divisional matchup. Jaguars and Texans. Interesting. Texans at home. Interesting. I think I want to go. Man, I want to go Texans, but I think I'm gonna go Jaguars. Actually,
Mm,
um, I think like a big emphasis for them defensively is stopping the run so that you have to throw. And
mhm.
obviously the Texans passing game is really good. We saw Stroud throw 3 interceptions, still overcome that and win the game. But with them making them more one dimensional, like I think the Jaguars can win in a close matchup. I think it's a kind of a wire to wire game, but I'll go with the Jaguars there.
Yeah, I know folks had MVP aspirations or votes given out a little bit to CJ Stroud recently as he has had some impressive performances. But we see that this team, we are glad that they are showing life again and are bouncing back. We're not fully up with the upper echelon of other squads at the Jaguars at times, so that they are. And I think Trevor Lawrence shows that he still is at least a slight notch ahead of Stroud for the moment. Though Stroud is closing that gap quick. And they get the job done from now versus the Texans there. So rolling with Jaguars as well in that. Going on from there, Saints and Falcons. How you have that playing out in Atlanta?
A lot of divisional matchups this week.
Yep,
Saints and
that
Falcons.
time of year, everybody
Yeah.
got figuring it out.
Saints and Falcons. The Heineke experience is here. Defense. It's all a matter of how many touches are Bijan and Kyle Pitts actually getting.
Pretty much, pretty much.
Um, Man, I'm gonna go Saints.
I was thinking that as well. They haven't fully established Bijan and Pitts and all of them yet as they should over there for the Falcons. Bijan's starting to get more touches finally after that a couple weeks ago. They talked about using him kind of as a decoy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's getting more real touches, so he surely could put up a performance. But not really having any faith in Ritter or Heineke or who are the quarterbacks over there. In comparison to the Saints, who don't have the best situation either, but I think are a little bit more well-rounded than the Falcons squad right now. Yeah, I'm rolling with the Saints in that one in Atlanta. Throwing either way, we'll see how it plays, but rolling with them. Now coming back to LA, the Rams play the Cardinals in Arizona, actually. How you have that playing? Kyron Williams is back for the Rams. Cooper Kupp kind of hobbled, but the Cardinals have Kyler Murray who's back and at least somewhat back to form right now. So who you got in that one?
It seems like pretty much everyone's playing this week. Not many buys this week, I guess.
Yes,
But Rams, Cardinals. Go Rams.
Yeah.
Go Rams,
I was listening to the LA Sports Radio recently, and there are a lot of folks that are like, I kind of don't want the Rams to win anymore. Like, I want us to keep tanking so we can get a better draft pick, but you don't find ways to win. I think there's another one of them games where it's like, oh man, the Rams win a game they shouldn't have, and they still won from the Cardinals there, who are tanking themselves in a way. So yeah, going with our LA squad there. Going on now, we have the Browns and Broncos. We got Joe Flacco versus Russell Wilson, which would have been a special matchup.
Flacco's not the guaranteed starter.
Not the special, not the special, not the guaranteed starter, but just got signed to the Browns this last week. Wanted to add another elite QB into the room with Deshaun Watson out right now, and yeah, he should be nice, a nice help alongside DTR, who had a decent game this last week. Going up against the Broncos squad, who's finding its way. They let go a lot of guys, and it seemed like they were trying to blow this thing up a little bit and start winning games instead. So here we are. Russ kind of found some magic. Cortland Sutton has emerged as his clear go-to target there, and they're having a lot of at least some fun in Denver right now. How you have that one playing versus the Browns?
Yeah, Broncos country, let's ride. They're finally riding in Denver. The defense has been great. They've won 4 straight now. I think I worry a little bit about them going against the Browns defense, though.
Understood.
They're playing really well.
Yeah. They've won like 4 straight, right? 4 or 5 straight, quietly.
Yep, 4 straight. I don't trust either offense, but both defenses are good.
Right.
Um, I'll give it to the Broncos at home.
I was gonna say I don't trust either offense, but I think there's a better chance that Russ finds Cortland Sutton at the end to help them get over the hump in comparison to Joe or DTR finding Amari, I guess, maybe out there somehow, or wherever the case may be. I think there's a better chance that the Broncos can play at the end versus the Browns than vice versa. So only with the Broncos, and they somehow get their fifth straight. So
let's ride.
Things there for sure. Let's ride, I guess. So things are in Denver for sure. Going on from there, should be another fun matchup. Bills and Eagles matching up in Philadelphia. If the Eagles get another one, you already throw your hands up.
What you want me to say, man? What you want me to?
The Bills are the say? What do you mean? You pick the Bills?
Nah. I can't do it anymore, man. Eagles got it. Y'all got it. Man. It's cool. Eagle just go figure out a way to squeeze out an extra play here and there. Somebody on the Bills gonna fumble on the 1 yard line right before they score. Eagles got it, man.
You ready for this? For your sake, not even for any real reason. I'm picking the Bills. I'll pick the Bills just for your sake, and we'll see how that plays out. So fun stuff on that one for sure. Going on from there, another Bills matchup is gonna be a fun one. Chiefs and Raiders in Vegas. Does Antonio Pierce have enough juice with this Raider squad to get them over the deficiencies that the Chiefs had we talked about, or do you think the Chiefs still dominate this Raider squad?
He's definitely got the juice, and the Raiders tend to play the Chiefs well. But I feel like I don't know what the exact record is, Andy Reid and Mahomes after a loss, but I feel like they have a pretty strong record in games after a loss, and a divisional opponent too. I think they get it done. So I got the Chiefs here.
There's the MJ meme that they took that personally, all that kind of stuff. The Chiefs definitely do that. Mahomes does that. Anytime they lose, like, all right, we gotta lock in, and all NFL guys do that. Anytime they lose, they're just disrespected, and the whole world's out to get them, regardless of the reason. So I'm sure they're gonna be locked in versus the regular squad, who has enough of their own reasons to step up themselves, but doesn't have enough talent fully yet to compete with this Chiefs squad, even with their receiver woes they've been having so far. So going with the Chiefs in that one, but
I will say real quick too, the Chiefs have another issue that we didn't talk about where they haven't scored in the second half in 3 straight games too. So like that's something that they're gonna need to fix down the line. But like also they probably need to fix it in this game too. That's not a trend that you want to continue. So
I think it can be fixed this week. I think they'll be all right. They had some tough matchups recently. They played the Eagles and all the other squads, so of course they didn't score in the second half. They got some at least respectable defenses there. So the Raiders respectable also, but it's a different level. So going with the Kansas City of that. Going on from there, Ravens at Chargers in LA. Man, I wish I could be at that game, to be honest with you. That'd be a fun one for sure. Lamar versus the Chargers squad. We've talked about both quite a bit. The Chargers got their own way and actually still a game versus the Ravens squad, who is impressive, but we also have seen they've gotten caught a few times as well. So it could go either way. How you have that playing out?
No, the Chargers cannot get out of the way. Not against the Super Bowl contender.
I tried to give some bail LA folks. I'm trying, but Ravens are my squad, so we see what it is.
No, not against the Ravens. Against maybe a more middle of the pack team, but not against a contender to me. I'm not giving them that respect yet. So Ravens.
I mentioned before during the MVP race, talking about Lamar and all of that. Also in that, we haven't fully seen anyone have their MVP moment yet. Like that also plays this part. We talked about before how we've seen guys have that game-winning throw or that game-winning drive where that's like, all right, this guy just made his MVP play or run right now. I think while he's the Chargers, I think on Sunday night, having the whole world watching, Lamar having a good game, another dominant game, that whole squad having a dominant game could be an MVP moment for them. Could be a very glorious moment under the bright LA lights here. So hoping for that. I'm excited for that. And rolling with the Ravens in that one for sure. Then lastly on Monday, not as big of names and maybe not those appealing, but should be entertaining nonetheless as they always put up some fun matchups.
Josh Dobbs,
the Vikings, Josh Dobbs in the building. Justin Jefferson, I think, is on his way back. I believe Justin Fields is back for the Bears. So we've seen at times, at least some flashes at times of a very entertaining squad. How you have that playing on Monday night?
Yeah, I think this should be a good game. Earlier in the season, I might have said yuck to this game, but I think it'd be better like having Fields healthy for it. And then Josh Dobbs been playing pretty well, like with this Vikings team. I think should be in the running for comeback player of the year, just the run he's been on with them in these past few weeks. Yeah, I think this is a competitive one. Interested to see what his rapport is like with Justin Jefferson in this week, because he's been able to get the ball to Hawkinson and Addison and that other tight end Oliver, I believe. But having a guy like Justin Jefferson, I don't know that he's played with a receiver of that caliber yet as a QB. So be interesting to see what he looks like playing with a wide receiver one. But so yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings here. I think they are the better team. They were on a 5-game win streak, I believe, before the loss last week. But
okay, yeah.
I think they get back on that winning track against the Bears.
I agree. Going the Vikings there. I know the Bears can't put up a valiant effort. I think the Vikings have enough pieces there with Justin Jefferson back, I believe, as well, to get over the hump versus them. So fun stuff on that front. Lastly, we kind of talk about the start, though. Thanksgiving is here and all of that. Really excited for it all. Question I have for you is a simple one. I kind of know which sport you favor more, but in regard to the sport on the holiday, Thanksgiving football or Christmas basketball, which holiday with which sport you prefer watching? Like, which one are you more excited for each year as it comes along?
I think for most of my life, it's definitely been NBA. I think it still is NBA by a hair, but that's partially too because the NFL, it's always a Lions game and a Cowboys game. And like as a football fan, I wasn't really interested in watching those teams particularly, especially because it was always the Cowboys losing on Thanksgiving with Tony Romo or whatever. So it's like I know how this game's gonna end, kind of thing. But I think because they're mixing it up with more teams and that kind of thing, like it should be more interesting, more intriguing this year. Of course, we are getting Lions and Cowboys, but I think there's a third and fourth game too.
A third game. They also have the
Friday game.
Black Friday game now implemented too. So they're trying new ways to do stuff there.
Right. So trying to compete there.
But I haven't fully claimed it, but like what they're at least trying to do. We see them have the turkey after their games on Thanksgiving Day and all that kind of stuff. Definitely always a fun thing. But also I will say to the NBA side, they marketed themselves always better on Christmas. They always had the commercials that were real cool, different jerseys and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely feel it a little bit more. So I do think that Christmas and what the NBA does on that day. Also to our point about the competitiveness, we always see the NBA starts on Christmas anyway, so we kind of already had that kind of tied together. So
a little different this year, but a
little different now with the tournament and all kind of implemented. But either way, I've always associated that together. And looking forward to that. But Thanksgiving surely will be a fun one as well, and I'm excited for all of that's on the way. You saw my plate of mac and cheese save you said you were gonna make for me last week.
I ain't made the mac and cheese yet.
Oh, man. Hey, we only got a couple days, man. Get to
it. I cook it day of, man. It's got to be hot and fresh.
Got it. All right. Well, looking forward to it all. A lot of fun stuff going on across the board. Thank you for tuning in as you guys do. Continue to like, rate, review, subscribe, comment, share, all the good stuff for us here on the page. Definitely appreciate all the love. We'll see you guys on across our social media as well. TikTok and IG, section.300. Twitter is Section into Sports. A lot of good stuff going on all across the board there. LA Sports Report as well, as you guys, as we know y'all a few times also. Great things all over. We'll be back shortly, actually, to talk about the NBA as well. I'll come back and talk about that. Didn't get the chance to quite do the recap if you want to do each week. We're getting on track this week and going forward. I'm excited for all that is on the way there. Any last word from you, Alec?
No. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Excited for it all. And we'll see you guys again real soon. Man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
Deuces.